Coach Courtney here with your workout for today. Today I'm going to lead you through an upper body and core workout that is Pilates inspired, and all you need today is a mat. Go ahead and make sure you have some appropriate footwear on and also some water nearby. All right, let's go ahead and start off with our warm-up. So we're going to start in hands and knees today. If you have any wrist problems, if you have some dumbbells lying around, this will help keep your wrists in a more neutral position. So that's one thing that you can do. Otherwise, you could always do fists here if that hurts your wrist being flat on the floor here. All right, so let's go ahead and come into hands and knees. We're going to go ahead and start off with a cat-cow. Here we go. You're going to curl your tailbone, let your head drop, rounding through that lumbar part of your spine. On your inhale, you're going to lengthen your spine, finding that straight line from head to tail. And then as you exhale again, you're going to start to lift into extension, lifting that chest or your arms. And you're just going to go back and forth between these 3 points. Round back, flat back, and extension. Make sure on your extension that you're moving from the back of the body, lifting your chest forward through the arms as you open up the chest and the collarbones. So this is a nice way to really get the spine moving. All right, let's keep it going here. We got a few more seconds. We're going to do 1 minute of each exercise in our warm-up. One more round back. One more extension of the spine. The next exercise is going to be scapular push-up. So we're going to be in that hands and knees position again. Hands right underneath those shoulders, and then you're dropping your sternum down as you bring your shoulder blades together. Now come back to your start position. Now do the opposite of that. You're going to push the floor away, letting the scapula, your shoulder blades, slide apart from one another. So shoulder blades slide together, and then shoulder blades slide apart. Now notice that my arms are staying straight here. So really important that you are just moving the shoulder blades. You want to keep a neutral flat back here, okay? So you want a nice long line from head to tailbone, keeping that natural curve of the lower part of your back. All right, we got 20 seconds. So I'm just going to do time today. It's just going to be easier. That way we don't have to count. This is a really good way to get some movement in that scapula. All right, one more of each. One more retraction, bringing those shoulder blades together. One more push in the floor away, letting the shoulder blades slide apart. All right, the next exercise, we have extensions of the spine. So we're going to come on down. You're going to have your hands directly underneath your shoulders. You're going to start by lifting that chest up and then pressing into those hands, coming up, staying long in that spine, and then slowly lowering. So kind of like the cat-cow. So we started with lifting that chest, okay, rolling those shoulders back, keeping that lift of the chest as you press into those hands. Now, if this is too much, you can always decrease your range of motion. You can always just come up part of the way, okay, do what you need to do. Make sure your back feels safe here. All right, we're halfway there. Really good way to combat rounded shoulders, get the spine moving, and get the upper body nice and warm for today's workout. Really important to make sure that we are warming up. All right, we got time for one more. And coming all the way down. All right, pressing into those hands and stretch it back. All right. Okay, we got one more round. Coming back into hands and knees, starting with cat-cow. Here we go. Rounding that spine, letting that head drop, and then moving past neutral, extending the spine. So whenever you move into this round back position, I want you guys to think about rounding through the lower part of your spine. Letting that head drop, pulling that belly in nice and deep. All right, guys, we're halfway through. Last time here for the cat-cow. Really focus on using the back of the body to move into extension. Opening up the collarbones. Focusing more on lifting from the upper part of your back versus the lumbar part of your back, the low back. All right, guys, let's go ahead and do one more of each, one more round. One more extension of the spine. All right, we're going to roll out those wrists real quick. All right, so we have those scapular push-ups last time. Here we go. All right, so remember, back is flat here. So we have retraction of the scapula and protraction. So it's like you're trying to bring those shoulder blades together as that sternum drops. And then as you move into protraction, you're going to push the floor away with those hands, letting the scapula slide apart. Remember, your arms are staying straight here, so all this movement is coming from the scapula. All right, we're more than halfway in. Almost there. All right, guys, give me just a few more of each. All right, one more of each. We have one more dropping that sternum, one more pushing the floor away. Let's take a quick child's pose. That feels good. All right. Last exercise, we have extension. We're going to come on down. And here we go. Lifting that chest, pushing into those hands, lift, staying along in that spine as you lower. And then we'll do that again. Lifting up, pressing into those hands, up you go, staying long in the spine as you lower down. Also got a bonus, get a little bit of tricep work. Elbows bend, elbows go back, staying long in that spine, staying in that extension as long as you can. All right, guys, we're more than halfway through. All right, got time for a couple more here. Last time. And lowering down. All right, guys, let's take a quick stretch back into child's pose. Feels so good. All right, guys, are we warmed up? All right, so here's what we got for our workout today. So we have, I think we have 7 exercises, I believe, and we'll be at each exercise for 1 minute today. We're going to get through 2 rounds today. All right, roll out those rows real quick, grab some quick water, and we're going to get right to it. We're going to start standing. So I call this swimming arms. This is a really good way to tone the shoulders without any weights. All right, feet are going to be a little wider than hip distance. Here we go. You're going to start palms forward, palms back. So you're just going to alternate here. Now, whenever you're doing this, I want you to think about reaching east to west with those hands. Really focus on length here. So it's almost like you're doing like a little semi-circle, like a half circle. And if you have some light weights, you can definitely add those. 1, 2, or 3 pound weights would be probably more than enough. But yeah, that's another good way. But I'm already starting to feel those shoulders. All right, guys, we're halfway through. Keep that core nice and tight. Almost there. All right, guys, we got 10 seconds. A few more reps. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake out those arms. We're going to go ahead and come on down to the floor. We have a push-up Spider-Man plank. So you want those hands under those shoulders, hands flat, and then widen your hands just a little bit. We'll start in a high plank here. All right, so here's what we got. We have a push-up, and then you're going to drive your right elbow toward, or your right knee towards your right elbow, and then you have another push-up. If you need to modify this down, you can go ahead and just drop down to your knees. If the plank is too hard, stay here and just work on your push-ups, okay? No big deal. You do what you need to do. All right, halfway there, guys. Make sure on those push-ups that you're keeping a plank. Okay, straight line here. Do a couple on your knees if you start to get a little fatigued. All right, guys, just a few more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a stretch back. Awesome work, guys. All right, we're going to flip it over. We have tricep dip with tendon stretch. Again, hey, guys, so I have the weights out today. This will make it a little easier on your wrists, okay? This will keep it more in a neutral position. Also, hey, guys, if you need to, take a dumbbell, do some overhead tricep extensions, okay? That's another good way. You can also do this kneeling. Okay, so if wrist is a problem, if you have some dumbbells laying around, you can do that. If you only have light dumbbells, you could take 2 together and do it that way, okay? So that's a couple options in case you need that. There is a tendon stretch in here. I'll show you how to do the full exercise, and then I'll show you how to modify this down. All right, guys, we're going to flip it over. You're going to have your fingers pointing toward you. Hands are just a little bit past those shoulders. Here we go. Knees are bent 90. Bend your elbows into a tricep dip, and then you're going to extend those arms as the hips push through. Now, if this is too much, just do the tricep dip, okay? You can also make this even easier by lowering your seat down and just bending from your elbows. That'll take out quite a bit of that work. Make sure as you go into that tricep dip that we're bending those elbows going straight back. So good, guys. All right, we have 20 seconds. Almost there. Okay, guys, we have one more. All right, awesome job on those tricep dips with tendon stretch. Okay, our next exercise, we're just going to be on our back. We have double leg, straight leg stretch. So this is from classic Pilates, classic mat Pilates. Great for the core. So we're going to be on our back. You're going to have your hands interlaced. Your legs are straight up. And then curl your shoulder blades off the floor. Let your head just stay heavy in those hands. As you inhale, legs start to come down. As you exhale, pull your belly in toward your spine to lift those legs back up. So good. Now, if you need to, make your range of motion a little bit smaller. Also know that the straighter the legs, the harder it's going to be. One word of caution, make sure you're not going so low that your back is coming off the floor. So we really want to make sure that low back is staying connected to the floor. All right, 2 more. And then we have 1 more here. Last time. Woo! All right. Roller rock yourself up. Here's what we have next. We have Superman. So this is a great way to kind of add some balance. We just did a whole bunch of abs. Now we're going to work with the posterior chain. Get more into the upper part of our back. All right, so we're going to flip it over. We'll be face down. And here we go. Superman's. We're lifting up and down. You want your neck in a neutral position, so make sure your eyes are down and slightly ahead. Really important to keep those abdominals engaged. Here, you want to make sure that your low back is staying neutral. So, if you feel some pain in your lumbar, you're probably lifting your legs a little too high. So, you can just decrease that range of motion if you need to. All right, halfway there, guys. All right, almost there, 15 seconds. Lifting up, using the upper part of your back. You're also going to get some good work in the glutes and the hamstrings. All right, 2 more. And 1 more. All right, guys, take a quick stretch back into child's pose. Good work there. All right, so good. All right, so here's what we have next. We have a down dog to mountain climber. So we'll be in a high plank. Again, you guys can use some dumbbells if your wrists are starting to bother you. So we'll be in a high plank here. Okay, so we're going to take the right leg up. Actually, I'll do the left leg first since I'm facing this way. So you're going to go up, and then you're going to start to drive that knee forward toward your hands, okay? Notice I lowered my hips down. Same leg goes back. So, hey, just remember what side you're on, and we'll do the other side on the second round, okay? That way we don't have to worry about switching halfway. So we'll just stay on this side for this whole set here. All right, guys, really focus on engaging that core. So pull that knee in and think about pulling your hands in toward that knee. But you're not really moving, if that makes sense. So find that connection, hands toward the knee toward the hands. All right, guys, 15 seconds. Take your time here, pausing as you drive that knee forward. All right, guys, we have one more on this side. Last time. All right, guys. Okay, stretch it back. All right, we have one more, I believe. Okay, our last exercise is walk out to shoulder tap. So we'll be standing. We're going to come to the edge of our mat here. We're going to start by rolling down, and then we're going to walk it out, and then you're going to give me 4 shoulder taps. Here we go. So we roll down, walk it out. Once you're in that high plank, make sure those hands are directly under the shoulders. You have 4 shoulder taps. You're reaching that opposite hand towards your opposite shoulder. Walk those hands in and roll it up. And then we'll do that again. I really like this because this little roll down is really nice to keep the spine mobile. Stretches the back of the hamstrings. Now on your shoulder tap, whenever we walk out to that high plank, make sure that we don't have a lot of rocking here. So you really want to focus on tightening up that core to minimize any rocking side to side. So that might mean that you have to widen your feet a little bit. If you need to modify this down, you could always just drop down to the knees, okay? Easy way to solve that. All right, guys, we got one more. One more roll down, walk it out. 4 more shoulder taps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Walk it in and roll it up. All right, guys, we just got done with our first round. How are we feeling? All right, feeling a little sweaty. Awesome. So grab some water. We're going to take it from the top so we have the swimming arms to start off with. All right, I'm going to grab some quick water. Whew. Yes. Love this workout. All right, guys, we're going to start with the swimming arms. Here we go. Starting in 3, 2, let's go. All right, so remember we're back to palms up, palms back. Reaching east to west. Make sure you're not scrunching those shoulders up, but you're pressing down into those shoulder sockets. Activating these muscles, your lat muscles, which are right underneath your arms. That's going to help pack your shoulders. So what we want to avoid, what we don't want is letting those shoulders hike up, okay? Nice long arms here. Really being intentional here. We're making almost like a semicircle. All right, guys. Let me check my watch. Okay, we're more than halfway through. We have 20 seconds. Oh, yeah. Remember, you can always grab some light weights. Soup cans would be perfect, too. Great way to add a little bit of resistance. It really just takes being creative at home, right? Even this body weight workout, I'm definitely feeling it. All right, guys, we have a few more seconds. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, guys, awesome work. Okay, we're going to come down to the mat. We have that Spider-Man push-up next, okay? All right, come on down. Remember your modification, you can drop down to your knees. Here we go. All right, fingers pointing ahead. I have my hands just slightly wider than shoulder distance. Hey, guys, one thing that I see a lot is people doing planks and push-ups with their arms out. Let's make sure that we are keeping those hands more underneath our shoulders, okay? Because that's a habit that you don't want to get into because it can cause strain on the shoulder over time. All right, do as many as you can on your toes, guys. Remember, you can always drop down to those knees. All right, last time we're here today. Keep alternating sides. We have 20 seconds. Woo! Feeling these push-ups, guys. 15. Almost there. All right. We got one more each side. One more right. Okay. Make yourself even. One more left. Woo! All right. Stretch it back. Good work on those push-ups. All right. Relax down to the mat. All right, guys, we're going to flip it over. We have tricep dip with tendon stretch. Remember, all of your modifications are there if you need it. You can take out the tendon stretch if that's too much. All right, here we go. 3, 2, go. Okay, fingers point toward you. Do not lower your bottom, okay? Move from your elbows, and then you're going to feel your whole body move downward. Really important, elbows do not flare. They need to go behind you. As soon as you feel your bottom tap the floor, you're coming right back up. Use those abs to pike those hips back. All right. Quick time check. We're halfway in. One more thing. Check in. Make sure you're not letting those shoulders shrug. Okay? Remember what we talked about? Packing those shoulders. Pushing those shoulders down and away from the ears. Think shoulder blades down, okay, and together. All right, guys, we have just a few seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! All right, guys, roll out those wrists a few times each direction. Okay, we have double leg, straight leg stretch. We'll be on our back for this. All right, come on down. Here we go in 3, 2, and go. All right, hands interlaced, hands to the base of that skull. We inhale, legs lower. Remember, low back needs to stay connected to the floor. So you might not be able to go down as far. You might be able to go down a little bit further. It just depends on your core strength and also how your spine is. But we also want to make sure we have a slight posterior tilt, okay? That low back is staying connected to the floor. We don't want the back to arch here. All right, guys, halfway in. We can do this. Take a deep breath in. Inhale, breathing it. Exhale, legs come up. All right, guys, 15 seconds. Oh, yeah. Make sure those shoulder blades aren't coming down. We want to stay in that trunk curl, okay? Almost there. Remember to adjust your range. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yes. Awesome work, guys. All right. Roll or rock yourself up. We're going to flip it over for those Superman. So we're going to be face down. This is one where we're lifting the arms and the legs. Here we go in 3, 2, and go. Here we are, last time. So now working more into the back side. So important. This is why we've been doing so much extension today, because a lot of times when we're seated a lot throughout the day, those shoulders can round forward. And then our posture is affected over time. We get into these movement patterns and also when we're standing and sitting as well. And that can affect our spine. So really important to make sure that, especially if you're someone like me who rounds through their shoulders quite a bit, that you're doing some kind of extension work to counterbalance basically that forward rounding posture. So this is one of them that's really going to help strengthen the spinal extensors, the upper part of your spine as well. Strengthen all those muscles that surround the spine. All right, guys, we have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, guys, press into those hands. Take a stretch back here. So good. All right. Here's what we got. That's right. Okay, so we have 2 more exercises. We have the down dog to mountain climber. So remember what side that we did? Remember, this is one where the leg goes up, and then we're coming forward. So let's see. I did the left leg, that's right, first. So I'm going to face this way so you guys can see my right leg. But go ahead and switch whichever side you have it done. Here we go in 3, 2, and go. So start in a high plank. Make sure those hands are directly under the shoulders. Right leg lifts. And then you're pausing, bringing those hips down. So it's like a down dog to plank, piking the hips up and back, And then driving that knee forward, pause, squeeze those abdominals. Remember that little connection tip I shared with you. So once that knee comes forward, pull your knee forward toward your hands as you pull your hands towards your knee. You're not actually moving, but that's going to really fire up those core muscles, giving you a little bit more bang for your buck. And that's the thing, guys, like form is everything. I've noticed the more I go on and the more I get connected and I work on my form, the more I actually get out of an exercise. So it's not always about adding a whole bunch of weight and doing the most challenging variation, but really focusing on those basics. One more. All right, guys. Take a quick stretch back into child's pose. All right. Make sure we haven't skipped anything. All right, yeah, we have walk out to shoulder taps, last exercise, guys. Here we go, standing at the edge of our mat, starting in 3, 2, roll it down. Walk it out, high plank, 4 taps, no rocking. 2, 3, 4, walk your hands in. As you roll up, stack that vertebrae all the way up, and let's go again. Rolling it down, walking it out. 4 shoulder taps. So good, guys. All right, starting to really sweat here. Starting to feel my arms and my abs. Remember, if you need to, widen your feet here a little bit. That's going to make those shoulder taps a little bit easier to stabilize that spine. All right, guys, we have 20 seconds. Lots of core stability here and shoulder stability. All right, guys, we got time for one more. Last time rolling it out. We have 4 more shoulder taps. Keeping that trunk stable. Walking it in and rolling it up, bone by bone. Letting your head be last to come up. Guys, awesome work today. All right, let's stretch it out. Bring your hands behind you. Interlace your hands and then extend your arms. Ah, that feels so good. Now, if you want to add on to this is enough for you. Just stay right here. If you want more and you feel safe in your shoulders, come on down, lift those arms. Feel that nice stretch. So good today. Coming up, release those hands, take your right arm across. Bring that hand in towards you or that arm towards you. As you pull away at the same time, you'll feel that stretch right through that deltoid. So good today, guys. All right, so really important, let's make sure that we're getting about 20 to 30 grams of protein after our workouts, okay? Really important. We want to make sure that we are encouraging lean muscle mass, but not only that is really going to help you with recovery. Whenever you're doing any kind of resistance training, you're actually breaking down the muscle, so we want to make sure that we're getting protein in, which will encourage the body to repair, okay? One more stretch. Go ahead and tilt one ear toward that same shoulder. That's going to help stretch through that neck. Look down from there. So I just hold about 15 seconds on each variation. That's going to just kind of change where that stretch is felt. And then eyes forward, come all the way up. Let's do the other side. Eyes forward, and then you're just going to start tilting that ear toward that same shoulder. You're going to feel that right on the outside of that neck. Hold for 15 seconds, and then look down. Kind of moving more toward the back side of the neck. And coming up to center. Circle those wrists. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining me today. All right, if you need anything, email me, okay, message me, whatever you need. If you have any questions or any concerns, let me know. All right, hope you enjoyed today's workout. I'll see you next time. Bye.